His friends at IIT Bombay always knew he was meant to be a leader. At a time when all of us only focused on books, we always saw Manu on his yesti involved in things beyond studies, said one of his friends. Yes, I am referring to the first IITian to take up the office of Chief Minister, Late Shri Manohar Parrikar, ex-Goa Chief Minister. Friends, hello and welcome to Story Spot. Today I am going to narrate one of Shri Manohar Parrikar's inspiring anecdotes. It was a speech at Vadodara where he recounted his childhood growing up in the village of Parra and taking part in the famous watermelon festival. Here goes the story. Manohar was from the village of Parra in Goa, hence called Parrikars. His village is famous for its watermelons. When Manohar was a child, the farmers would organize a watermelon eating contest at the end of the harvest season in May. All the kids would be invited to eat as many watermelons as they wanted. When the older farmer gave the kids the watermelons to eat, he would ask them to spit out the seeds into a bowl. They were told not to bite into the seeds, as he would collect the seeds for his next crop. In fact, the kids were being used as unpaid child laborers. Years later, Manohar went to IIT Mumbai to study engineering. He returned to his village after 6.5 years. As he went to the market looking for watermelons, he realized they were all gone. The ones that were available were so small. He went to meet the farmer who hosted the watermelon eating contest. He realized his son had taken over. He also continued to host the contest. However, there was a big difference. In the past, the older farmer kept his best watermelons for the contest, and he got the best seeds which would yield even bigger watermelons the next year. However, his son, when he took over, he realized that the larger watermelons would fetch more money in the market. So, he sold the larger ones and kept the smaller ones for the contest. As a result, the next year the watermelons were smaller, the year later even smaller. In watermelons, the generations changes in just 1 year. In 7 years, Parra's best watermelons were simply finished. In humans, generations change after 25 years. It will take us 200 years to figure out what we were doing wrong while educating our children. Unless we employ our best to train the next generation, something similar can happen to us. These were the words of Shri Manohar Parrikar. While the revered leader was emphasizing on the importance of education and good teachers in nation building, in a broader perspective, the message here is to save the best for the future or next generation. What draws me most to the story is how beautifully it has highlighted the risk of focusing on the short term. Short-term thinkers focus on the now with little regard for the future. They make decisions and take action accordingly. For instance, mostly the teens start smoking under peer pressure or simply to appear cool. When taken in small amounts, the nicotine in the cigarette gives rise to pleasant feelings. and distracts them from awkward experiences. Thus, they get carried away by the short term gain, or better say, the instant kick. However, we essentially do not have to smoke to know that smoking is addictive and is injurious for health in the long run. It is a known fact that smoking is the leading cause of preventable death, yet it is sad that the trend continues. I choose to set this example at the cost of sounding preachy because it is such an evident one. Having said that, let's wrap up the watermelon story with some positive update. Recently, I came across a Times of India article which claimed that the famous Parra watermelon, highly prized for its sweetness, is seeing a revival with increasing number of farmers growing the fruit using hybrid seeds. So, until next time, share your thoughts in the comment box whether you are signing up for some short-term gain or choosing otherwise. Bye bye. Take care.